Hi, this is Lucky Robin, and I don't know what update this is because I didn't check before I came out. Thinking 22, maybe 21, something like that, for the French Biointensive Organic Raised Bed Garden. Yeah, there's definitely 3 plants in here that are not kohlrabi. They are not broccoli, I don't think. So I think they are Brussels sprouts, and I'm very annoyed about that because there's no way Brussels sprouts will mature in time. But the rest are kohlrabi, and they're doing pretty well. Radishes are coming along. Lettuce has kind of exploded in growth with the cooler weather. I don't know what's going on in my sweet potato bag. I'm just leaving that as long as I possibly can. I've got heads on all the broccoli now except, no, the middle one does too. Excuse me. These strawberries have stopped. I need to come out and collect the seeds off of that for the sorrel. Heliotrop's blooming again. Snessia is coming back. I cut it way down, but I don't know that it'll come back and bloom again because I don't think there's enough time between now and next year, and this is not supposed to overwinter here. But if we have a mild enough winter, it might. The calendula is doing okay, trucking along. I haven't actually dried any of this year because I have so much from last year. But I might. I don't know. I just can't seem to shake this cold, so I'm pretty much just doing what needs to be done. Echinacea is doing really well, as is the yarrow. It's come back nice and green from the bottom when I cut it back. The kale's starting to really take off over here, and some of the lettuces, not all of the lettuces. I didn't get out here and water for a week, so okay, a lot of this is my own fault. I just didn't feel good, and when you don't feel good and it's not scorching hot, you don't tend to come out and water. And I was coming out and picking what I needed to pick, and that was about it. And it just happens. I'll make the effort if it's August and 90, but not if it's September and 69. I'm still getting a lot of peppers even with the cooler temperatures. Let's see, there's a red one there. So I've been really pleased with the amount of peppers I've been getting. I keep thinking that my cucumbers are done, and I was going to pull them today. And I come out here and I start cutting the foliage away, and there's a cucumber, and there's a cucumber, and there's a cucumber. There's a start of one, and there's some new growth coming on the vines. So after I cut away all the bad stuff, there's actually cucumbers left, so I gave it a good watering. Squirrel stole my cantaloupe. There's still the one down there that fell off, but the squirrel stole my other cantaloupe that was almost ripe, so I went ahead and pulled that. The chard, some of the chard made it from my neglect, some of it didn't, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that are still there. And one of my broccoli died. I wasn't out here to notice that the cauliflower had put a leaf down over on top of it and didn't get any sun. So it happens. Not going to be too miffed about it. My kale has seed pods on it. And that other one is just moving along. It hasn't put any seed pods out yet. This one is flowering and may or may not put out seed pods before it gets too cold. The lettuce in here is still alive, it didn't die. And the one spinach on the end there, it's really thriving. So I guess it didn't mind the neglect. Been getting a lot of tomatoes too. The Lillians were completely overpowered by the million pears. So next year if I plant million pears again, they're gonna get at least 4 feet just to themselves, where they can't infringe on the other tomatoes. But the alpacas are coming along, and I finally started getting ones that didn't have blossom end rot on it. But there's been plenty of million pears in here, and I mean, I do have some Lillians in there. It's just I've only had one that's ripened. It just can't handle the heat. Oh, that one is overripe. I'll throw that to the chickens. Okay, and I'm getting some black cream. Again, the million pears have come over to try to take over, so that's not quite as good. I cut these way back. I don't know that they'll come back at all. I doubt they will, but I did see a little bit of new growth there and a little bit here. And I cut away all the bad stuff and there was new growth under here, so it's a possibility I might get some more zucchini and summer squash, but it is highly, highly doubtful. I've had a few tomatoes in here that have ripened, but mostly they are just green. I don't think there's going to be too much off this one. I think Mom just, by planting the cosmos there, these just never got the sun, and with the Brussels sprouts over here, it just got blocked out way too much. So that Brussels sprouts, we've been picking them as we go. Mostly the neighbors been picking them. And yeah, these have about had it. You can see how bad the leaves are. Although this one looks a lot healthier. Just the fennel is coming along. Over here, we're starting to get ready to actually harvest. Now you can hopefully see they're almost ready, the seeds. Nasturtium are taking over again, so I have to cut them back again. Basil's doing really well. It's supposed to be cooler weather. I know basil's heat loving, they say, but yeah, my basil doesn't love 80-degree days. I don't care what they say. The herbs are soldiering along. Lavender's doing fine. Parsley keeps producing even though it's got flowers on it. I don't know what's up with that. Marjoram's not doing so well anymore, but it'll come back next year. The sage really came out strong, and the time's pretty much done. Hopefully it'll come back next year. It didn't do very well this year, and I think it didn't get enough sun, and everything else in here is pretty much over. So that's it for the garden update for this week.